We're here in Palo Alto at Facebook headquarters, fresh off their announcement for Places. And joining me now is Michael Sharon. He's a product manager of mobile as well as Places. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
So let's talk about what Places is, just
Sure.
a standard definition, what it means, and why it's different than everything else out there.
Sure. Places is a way for you to share where you are with your friends, see where your friends are, and discover new places around you. Why it's different? I think there's many reasons why it's different. I think one of our biggest differentiators and one of the things that makes it most compelling is tagging.
Yeah.
Tagging really came out of a number of our other products, and it was really born out of the way that we develop products at Facebook, which is we see what people are doing. And so we saw that in status updates, people were writing things like, hanging out with Evelyn at the Nut House. And so we realized that, what we needed to do was to just make this easier and more consistent, make it easy for people to share with their friends what they're already doing. And so tagging is a way for you to check your friends in at the location.
It was obvious that Facebook was going to come out with something related to geolocation, right? Was this a year-long project? Roughly when did it start? How did it start, and how did it evolve into what we have today?
Sure. So, Facebook is like tons of smart engineers. Like, these guys are just insanely smart. And so, there's a lot of location APIs out there. So people have been playing around with many different kinds of location products for, I would say, like the last year or two. But this product really came together around December last year, when the team came together. So you saw Srinivas Narayanan on stage, and we just had like a great collection of people who started working on this and just really came together and came up with something in a very short space of time that we just pushed out to all of the employees and had people internally aggressively testing this for a period of time.
How long were you guys testing it for?
We're testing it since February or March.
Right now it's available on the iPhone and the touch version of the website, right?
Yep.
When do you expect to roll it out to different devices? What's the rough timeline here for development?
Sure. So we've just pushed out a new release of our Facebook for Android app, which is awesome, by the way. If you have an Android phone, you should totally download it. And we're working on the next versions of our Facebook for BlackBerry app and kind of a lot of other devices. We have over 60 different device integrations. And so you can expect to see this feature rolled out to as many devices as can support it over the next couple of months. We don't have a specific timeline right now, but you'll see these products come out.
One thing that really stood out to me was the word tagging and how it seemed to be at the soul of the product. I mean, Mark says that it was a way to differentiate your product, but it really seems to be the reason for its existence in a way, in terms of tagging all your photos, your friends, your memories onto different locations. Is that a correct assessment? How would you describe tagging and how important it is to the service?
I think tagging is fairly important to the service. I wouldn't say it's the soul, the heart of the product. I think tagging is one of the ways that you can really start a conversation about a piece of media with your friends. And so this is a way to get everybody to participate, to be in that photo, to be in the conversation about the status update, to be in the conversation about the place. I wouldn't necessarily say that it is the entire product, but it's just a way to encourage and incite conversations.
How did you navigate the relationships between Facebook and the partners? So you have Gowalla, Booyah, you have Foursquare, which a lot of people said, whenever Facebook comes out with location, that could take down Foursquare. So what was it like navigating these relationships early on? And why did you decide to create more of a framework that would work with partners as opposed to a standalone product?
Right. Well, as I said before, I think it would be great to have just a standalone product, and we did have a standalone product. But I think one of the best things about Facebook is that it's really all about the power of distribution and the power of the platform. And so we realized that we could easily build a standalone product and launch that out, but that just wouldn't get us to where we wanted to be. And so by using the power of the Graph API and the platform, it was actually a really easy conversation with all of the partners. All of the guys that we're working with today, Foursquare, Gowalla, Booyah, and Yelp, they're all really good Facebook partners, and they all have great integrations on the phone, on the web. And so when it came time to talk about this, everybody was really excited.